community bank, proud to provide uptown services with a home to live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly family-owned business. They carry hot stuff products like pizzas, sandwiches, appetizers, and cookies. So before you take a trip or browse the large selection of cold beverages and
enter from American Legion Field in Redfield, South Dakota, post 40 against post 92, blah, 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 blah. We'll be back in 1 minute with the starting lineup. Now what? Okay, so we're going to go 3 and enter. Okay, you're with post 92 baseball. Now I can hit 3 ahead of time, right? Okay, so 3.
visit the Automatic Car Wash for a spotless shine in your vehicle. One Stop is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities. Stop in to the One Stop in Redfield.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activities.
This is it. This summer you can load up on fun, but not the payments. You heard right. Of payments. Lock in a low rate and load up on some summer fun with no payments for 60 days on that new car, boat, camper, dirt bike, truck and trailer, four-wheeler, and so much more. Don't wait. Apply online at DakotaLandFCU.com or stop by your friendly Dakota Land Federal Credit Union branch today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Redfield Energy is a 65 million gallon ethanol plant that produces over 200,000 tons of distillers and grids for over 22 million bushels of corn, providing a quality feed market for all local feeders. At Redfield Energy, they take pride in providing an economic impact on the agricultural industry, community, state, and its utility holders. Located 2 miles north of Redfield, make Redfield Energy your preferred market for locally grown corn. Redfield Energy is a proud supporter of Redfield pheasant sports and activities.
Bang. Welcome back, American Legion Field. Okay, now this is, what did I just do? 5 and enter? What? Okay, start me over again. The commercial is going 3, 2, 1, and I'm doing what? Come back is 2, and I can do that ahead of time. And then the music has gone away and
is to work. What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the
by years of experience to ensure you're getting the best risk management package for your specific operation. They are also your full-service channel seed provider along with a full line of seed treatments. As farmers themselves, they will tailor a plan that will set you at ease for everything nature may throw at you. Crop insurance is their only insurance. For a no-obligation insurance or seed quote, call 853-3200 or check them out online at BrueggemannCropInsurance.com.
World-class service with hometown friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Haler Automotive. We sell new vehicles from both Chevrolet and Buick, along with a good selection of late-model pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for something a little more vintage, come take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We have a full service department, parts department, and a body shop. We're conveniently located East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Hayter Construction is your local trenching choice in Redfield. Whether you need electrical, fiber, water, or sewer, Hayter Construction can fulfill all your trenching needs. So give Justin a call at 605-460-2767 for your next trenching project. Hayter Construction is a proud supporter of all Redfield Pheasant sports and activities. Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer.
Enter 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Enter. Okay, you should see nothing but the players on the field, right? Okay, now. Okay. Then the players on the field, and then it should finish the promotion and it should come back to the players on the field and no commercial. Okay. Now you should be hearing me talk, right? Okay. So now I'm going to go to a commercial. So I'm going to say the score after 2.5 innings of play is Redfield 7 and Webster nothing. You're with Post 92 Baseball.
Fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered, too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
1001, 1002, 1003. Well, we're back at American Legion Field here in Redfield, and blah, 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 blah. No, I see it on my screen. Okay, now you can call me if things go upside down with the radio. That's the key thing. Okay, now, you're listening to music. Has it gone back to my narrative here? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to call you directly to start it off. Well, Ray, if things go upside down, call me directly and we'll do it on the phone. All right. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, sweetie. Can you go to YouTube, please? Oh, okay. Well, okay. This is how you do it. You go to Redfield Pheasants Live, and it should give you a menu, and the menu should say Webster Post 40 at Redfield Post 92 Baseball. and click on that. Yes. And don't click on the pheasant. Click on the, when the thing comes up, there'll be a pheasant, and then there'll be boxes showing you games that have been on. At the top of those boxes, it should have Webster Post whatever and blah, blah, blah like that. Okay? Okay, all right. That's all right. Never mind. That's fine. I got Ray tuned in. That's just how you can watch it, and you can tell me good, bad, or different later on. No, just, if you want to. I'll have the text in front of me, so. Yes, I do. Thank you. Frank took care of me. Ray, I suspect that you can hear me in audition, and you can also see where it's getting close. So boy, there are 1,000 things to do here. Yeah, Piper. Oh, that's fantastic. Yes. No, that's Webster on the field. They're light blue. Yeah. There's no sound, huh? Wonder why that is. Oh, because shit, I don't know. Okay, I got to get this stuff written down, ready to go for the. So we're doing. Love you, thank you, bye. Oh boy.
Malpert Insurance is built on a foundation of nearly 31 years of experience, knowledge, and customer service for multi-peril crop insurance, forage, crop hail, and livestock and insurance coverage. Malpert Insurance has industry experts and talented staff to work side by side, assisting in your operation. Protect your business with coverage that matters and service that cares. Contact Caitlin Hoots at 605-290-9719 or Jared Keene at 605-450-5322.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Whether
start after this. And we're at American Legion Field getting ready for the action tonight between Webster, they are post 40, and the Redfield post 92. And we will get ready to go with the starting lineups here in just 1 second. We're going to check and see the visiting team, and this will be Webster post 40. In Lesnar will be behind the plate and bat leadoff. He wears number 7. Number 18, Brent Snozda, will be in center field and bat number 2. In the third spot, number 23, Jared Schemmel, and he is at first base. And in the cleanup spot, Matthew Mount will be playing third and wears number 15 on his back. Then we go to 5, 6, and 7. Number 4, Jack Shoemaker, the shortstop. Number 6 in the order, and also number 6 on his shirt, is Samuel Nelson, who will be on the mound today. And then in the 7th spot, also playing a spot number 7, that would be left field, number 22, Matt Mark. And number 45 in the 8th spot, Chris Gakowski, is in right field. And in the second base position, Sheldon Schmig, and he will be wearing number 11. Looking at the starting lineup for the Redfield Post 92, we will be picking up on the action here, starting things off with Owen Osborne. And Owen will be at second base as usual. So that's a new leadoff hitter here for Redfield. And then we will go to Keaton Rolfs, who is going to be playing in left field and wearing number 13. In the third spot, Peyton Osborne at shortstop, number 15. And in the fourth spot, they moved Camden Osborne up to that. He'd been the leadoff hitter up to now, but they are going to give an experiment and have him in that fourth spot. And he will be playing center field. Then 5, 6, and 7. At third base today, Nolan Gall, number 17. In the sixth spot, Eric Salmon back in the lineup for Redfield, and he will be pitching today. He wears number 3 on his back. And Seth Seabright will still be at first base. He'll be bat in that 7th spot. And in the 8th spot will be Elliot Comrosh. And Comrosh will be playing out in right field. And in the 9th spot, Elijah Morissette will be behind the plate. Tonight, head coach Tommy Gregg has decided to go ahead and bat 10 batters, which you can do. So the extra hitter will be number 23, Kevin Weller. So there's where we are with the starting lineup. And we will be back in 1 minute with more information about tonight's baseball game between Webster Post 40 and also Redfield Post 92. You're with Post 92 Baseball.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life, with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
And we're back to our ballpark just in time for the playing of our national anthem. as our teams are getting ready. Here for the American Legion Post 92 team. They are 10-3 on the season after a 2-2 record over at the Webster tournament, in which they finished second, got into the championship game, and wound up losing that one 3-0. Looking at some of the players that have been doing well here recently, number 17, Nolan Gall, just had an outstanding tournament. In the 4 games that he played over there, he was 9 for 14. That is a .643 batting average. So Nolan Gall really had an outstanding tournament. Looking at an 8-game hitting streak is Nolan, and he has 13 games in a row in which he has been on base. Gone through 3 games without striking out and has stolen bases in the last 2 games. Looking at other on-base percentage highs, Peyton Osborne has been on base in 13 of the games for Redfield's American Legion team so far this season, and Camden Osborne with 11, Owen Osborne with 12. Those are streaks that are still intact. Looking at the leading batting average up to this point, Peyton Osborne with a .594, Nolan Gall overall 511, and Keaton Rolfs with a .486. One other player in the lineup for Redfield, Eric Salmon, who has been in and out of the lineup because of a variety of football camps, as he's going to try his hand as a freshman football player at the collegiate level. Eric has .462 as his batting average. Now, the last 5 games, as we mentioned, Nolan Gall has just blown it up. In the 4 games over in Webster, .643, but in the last 5 games overall, he is .556. Peyton Osborne also on a pretty hot streak over the last 5, and he is batting a .533. Owen Osborne, even though he has an overall season's batting average of quite a bit lower, over the last 5 he's been hot as a pistol, as Owen has a .429 batting average. So that's where we are. The one thing is you need to watch the bases when we play Tommy ball, because Redfield has scored 58 steals in 61 attempts. That's 95%. Camden Osborne is 11 for 11, and Peyton is 10 for 10. So that's where things stand here as we get underway for the first pitch in our ball game, and we're ready to go here from the right side. It is Ian Lesner. So the first pitch on the way to Lesner, and it is a strike. This one swung on as missing a strike, and we are ready to go here. We're going to see Lesner, the catcher, Snozda in center field, and Schimmel, the third baseman. On the mound for Redfield, Eric Salmon. He's been in and out of the lineup here recently. Pitch goes way high. As mentioned, Eric is making an attempt to make it as a football player, and I'm sad to say I don't recall right offhand which team he is going to try for. Next pitch, swung on, hit deep to left field, into foul territory, hustling over there, and an outstanding play by the left fielder for Redfield. That is Keaton Rolfs. Boy, he went a country mile and finally caught up with it. That's one thing about this American Legion field is so Salmon with one out here in the top of the first inning has the next batter, Brent Snozda, who swings at the first pitch, a high outside fastball, and doesn't catch up with it. We'll check the infield here for Redfield in just a second. This one lifted to shallow right center. Coming in hard is Camden Osborne. And the thing that marvels and marvels and marvels about Camden is how he gets that first step. Seems to know exactly where the ball is going within a millisecond after it comes off the bat. So a nice job by Camden as he scooted underneath that ball in kind of shallow right center field. So with 2 outs in the top of the first inning, we're going to go with Jared Schimmel, and the first pitch to him down low for a ball, and that is the first ball that Salmon has come up with here so far. Next pitch, swung on. No, check that inside. 2 balls and no strikes. So Salmon falling behind on the first hitter of the ball game that he has fallen behind to. 2-0 pitch on the way. And up and in, misses there. So 3-0. Salmon walks around the mound a little bit and will come back up and get things busy once again. To the plate. Misses down low, and a 4-pitch walk will be the first walk for Salmon. And that will bring up the 4th hitter in the lineup, the 3rd baseman, Matthew Mount. So Mount also from the right side. For Redfield, looking at the 3rd baseman, Nolan Gall. Peyton Osborne at short. Next pitch swung on. Left center field and deep. Deep, deep, deep. And it's gone. So a 2-run home run. First pitch swinging after 4 consecutive balls, got a walk. And all of a sudden, Webster is on top of things by a score of 2-0 on a home run to left center field. And that one traveled probably 345 feet plus as Matthew Mount, the 4th hitter in the lineup, got all of it, as they say. 2 RBIs and Redfield behind all of a sudden by a score of 2-0 on 1 swing of the bat. That Webster tournament, the Webster team was not particularly successful, so it's they're probably very pleased that they got off and running here. Jack Shoemaker is the next hitter. First pitch up and in to him. He plays shortstop. We'll finish our discussion about the infield for Redfield in just a second. Next pitch on the knees for a called strike. As I mentioned, Nolan Gall playing 3rd, Peyton Osborne at short. Owen is over at second base, and Seth Seabright will be the man on first base. We'll check the outfield in a second. Down and away for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Checking in left field, Keaton Rolfs, who just made that long run to record an out in foul territory as the 2-1 pitch comes in. Inside corner for a strike, and we'll go 2-2. In center field for Redfield, Camden Osborne, and over in right field will be Elliot Comrosh. So that's the lineup here as we get ready to go for the 2-2 pitch. Popped up right side, foul territory. Seth over to take a look at it, but it looks like it's going to get out of play. And it does. So the 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up here with 2 runs already across on a 2-run, 345-plus shot to left center field. And the next pitch is outside corner for a called strike looking. So a walk and a home run, 2 runs, and 1 hit in the inning. And we will be back in 1 minute. This is Post 92 Baseball.
Helping you find the equipment you need. It's possible at RDO Equipment Company. RDO sells and services John Deere agriculture and lawn and garden equipment, as well as Honda generators, pumps, snow blowers, and more. Their large inventory of parts ensures you get what you're looking for quickly so you can get back to work. And their experienced sales and parts department are ready to help you find the right equipment for the job. Call, stop in, or visit RDOequipment.com today.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Well, all of a sudden, 1 swing of the bat, and Redfield is behind by a score of 2-0, but it is very, very early, and all they need to do is peck away at it and create a hold somewhere along the line. And we will update the things on the scoreboard here just as soon as possible. 1 hit in the inning, only 17 pitches, and Redfield will be coming up, and we will see Owen, Keaton, and Peyton, and that would be Owen Osborne, Keaton Rolfs, and Peyton Osborne, and check and see where they stand. Owen standing in there, 343 is his batting average. Keaton Rolfs, 486, and Peyton Osborne is 594. So all of a sudden, Redfield behind by a score of 2-0. And the first pitch to the left-hander. One-0 pitch on the way, up and away. Ooh, right at the letters on high and away, so 1 ball and 1 strike. Check the infield as soon as we can with Webster. 1 ball, 1 strike. Misses low as Owen squared around as if to bunt and pulled the bat back. To the plate. Swung on, left side, foul. And the count will go to 2-2. On the mound for Webster is Samuel Nelson. Don't have a lot of statistics on the visiting teams, unfortunately. Love to share those with you, but they're kind of non-existent. This one wrapped out towards the shortstop. He is up with it, the long throw across, and the very speedy Camden Osborne. Oh, my goodness sakes. Took a second for the umpire, but he rang him up. I thought he made it there as Owen really goes down that line. Good strong throw from the shortstop, Jack Shoemaker. Got him just by a whisker and a half. So that will be the first out here of the bottom of the first inning, with Redfield trailing it by a score of 2-0. First pitch swinging. Big, long shot to right field. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Keaton rounding second, heading to third base, and he'll go into third base standing up. So first pitch swinging. Ross slammed it all the way to the right field wall and comes up with a triple. And that triple would be the third one on the year for the speedy left fielder and sometimes catcher for the Redfield Post 92ers. And that will bring up Peyton Osborne. 594, Peyton, from the right side. With a duck on the pond, as they say. Redfield with an opportunity to fight back as Peyton looks at the first pitch high and away for a ball. Keaton Rolfs on third base. Peyton looks at the next pitch, down low for a ball. Nice job there by the catcher to keep the ball in front of him. That's Ian Lesnar. So 2 balls and no strikes for Peyton. Peyton very patient at the plate. 14 walks on the season to this point. To the plate. Changeup catches the letters and a called strike. Peyton at shortstop today, where he normally is unless he is pitching. We have Eric Salmon on the mound today for Redfield. At the set, comes to the plate, swung on, hit deep, left center field, going back, and it is gone. Peyton Osborne answers back with a home run in almost the exact position that Matthew Mount hit his for a home run and 2 runs in, and Peyton Osborne comes right back and evens it all up with a home run of his own, almost a tape measure shot to exactly the same place. So a triple and a home run, and we are all tied up here in the top of the first inning. Check that, the bottom of the first inning. So Camden will come up. Camden playing center field. For Peyton, that is in fact his second home run on the season. And in the RBI department, Peyton gets RBI 13 and 14. So Camden up there from the right side. First pitch on the outside corner for a called strike for him. Camden a little off in the last 5 games, only batting .263. However, his season average is .304. To the plate, swung on between short and third and goes into left field for a base hit. So 3 hits in a row after an infield out. And Redfield is back in business with a runner on first base. 2 runs are in, and we're all tied up at 2-2, both on a base hit, a triple in one case, and a walk in the other case. And home runs. Webster's home run came out of the 4th spot in the lineup. Redfield's home run came out of the 3rd. So a base hit for Camden. From the left side, next hitter, steal down to second base as Camden does. That will be the first stolen base for Redfield in the ball game. And that will be, for Camden Osborne, 12 of 12 on the season. Nolan Gall, the hitter. First pitch was a strike. At the set and to the plate. Swung on a high fastball and doesn't catch up with it. 0-2. Kind of a warm day today, not so much in temperature, but definitely the temperature in comparison with the humidity. We'll get that in just a second. Check back to second base. The runner goes, and a save me hit and run as Nolan Gall just reached out and hit it into left field. He will go into second base with a stand-up double, and the run comes in, and Redfield goes ahead by a score of 3-2 after being behind 2-0 in the early going. Well, the official score is going to call it a base hit and then an error on the left fielder as he bobbled the attempt to get the ball back in, and Nolan Gall, with his speed, took off and went for second base. Eric Salmon will step in there with a runner on second, 1 out, and 3 in for Redfield. We're only in the first inning. If you're in the area, come on down. They play exciting baseball here at American Legion Field in Redfield. Outside corner, miss in the swing. Eric Salmon, 0-1. Now, Nolan Gall was behind 0-2. Normally, as a pitcher, you don't want to give a batter anything in the zip code to be able to hit, but Nolan did it. This one slapped between third and short. Another run will score. Hustling around and coming home to score will be Gall, and an RBI single will go for Eric Salmon, and coming around to score will be Gall, as Redfield has answered back after getting behind by 2, as they will come up with 4 runs to this point and only 1 out. So Seth Seabright is the hitter for Redfield. From the left side of the plate, on first base, Eric Salmon. Curveball drops in there for a called strike to Seth. Seth got his batting average on the upswing here recently, as in the last 5 games he's batting .273, but 125 on the season. High foul off the left side, and Seth is behind 0-2. Salmon on first base, not a major league threat to run, is 2 for 2. I truly think that they were just sending Camden Osborne to third with an 0-2 count. And Nolan Gall just reached out and from the left side of the batter's box popped it into left field. So some very, very patient hitting by Nolan Gall. And I don't know that a hit and run was called, but that's exactly what it came out to be. 0-2, Seth fouls it off to the right side. We'll go to the 4th pitch of the at-bat, and the count will remain the same, 0-2. Looking at the infield for Webster, Matthew Mount, he of the first inning 2-run home run, is at third base. At shortstop is Jack Shoemaker. Over at second base is Schmid. And look to first base for a throw over there It is received by Jared Schimmel. Not in time to get Eric Salmon at first base. Salmon with a medium lead. 0-2. Big swing, and Seth doesn't come up with it. That is going to be the second out of the inning. Elliot Comrosh will be coming up. So Redfield with 4 consecutive hits. Take that back, 5 consecutive hits. And the runner goes to second base. That is Solomon. Second stolen base of the inning and the second one of the game here as Elliott stands in there ready to go. First pitch, big swing, and gets nothing but air. 0-1. Look back to second base and comes to the plate. Outside corner swung on by Elliott and does not catch up with it. So the 2 RBIs by Peyton Osborne gets him 14 on the year. RBI for Gall. This one gets passed on a wild pitch, and that will send Eric over to third. So a ball and 2 strikes to Elliot Comrosh, the 8th hitter in the lineup. Redfield has chosen to go with 10. From the right side of the plate, Comrosh 1 and 2. Infield is medium depth with 2 outs. Pitch right back to the same spot, swung on and cannot catch up with it. Well, that ends the inning, but not before Redfield has come up with 4 runs on 5 hits. And after 1 full inning of play, I repeat, 1 full inning of play, it is Redfield on the top, 4-2. You're listening to Post 92 Baseball.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Well, fireworks aplenty here in the first inning as Webster came out, got a couple of outs in a row. Then their 3rd hitter in the lineup, Schimmel, got a walk, and the 4th hitter in the lineup just went downtown, 345 over the fence. Well, Redfield came up, opened up with an out, and then went triple, home run, hit, and they have 4 on the board. So now it's Webster's turn to try to make a comeback. As entering into this inning, after the first inning, Eric Salmon on the mound for Redfield has wound up with 17 pitches. First pitch to Samuel Nelson, the pitcher, is swung on the outside corner, just barely ticked the ball, but a strike nonetheless. Salmon back to the plate. On the corner, down low on the outside, 0-2. So Eric Salmon with a fairly efficient first inning, did give up a walk, gave up that home run, but he got a strikeout for the 3rd out of the inning, and he is ahead 0-2 to the pitcher. Down low and hops away from Elijah Morissette, who is behind the plate here. Boy, Elijah had yeoman duty over in that Webster tournament, he caught all 4 games, maybe not all of them, but an awful lot of the time. He pitched for a while. This one high and away for a ball, and the count is 2-2. Matt Mark, the left fielder, and Chris Gakowski will be the following hitters here. Leadoff hitter in the top of the second inning for Webster. Big swing and does not come up with it, so a second strikeout in a row for Eric Salmon, and that will bring up the left fielder Matt Mark. Salmon has not done a lot of pitching so far. As a matter of fact, the only pitching that he did do was a brief stint in the Muskrat season. So right now he is out there. Big swing by Matt Mark, and doesn't catch up with it. 1 ball and check that, no balls and 1 strike. On the infield grass is Nolan Gall at third base. Another huge swing, doesn't get it. And for the second batter in a row, Eric Salmon is ahead 0-2. Now he went 2-2 to Samuel Nelson, the last hitter, before he got the first out of the top of the second inning. The 0-2 pitch on the way. And that will be a looking strikeout. It will be the 3rd strike in a row for Eric Salmon. And this is not exactly the Eric Salmon that we saw in the Muskrat season. That's the high school baseball season, as he struggled a little bit with control, but maybe now getting into the American Legion season, 3 strikeouts in a row after giving up a home run to Matthew Mount to put Webster ahead by a score of 2-0. First pitch to Gakowski, and that is down low for a ball. Chris is the right fielder for Webster. Outfield for Redfield, pretty much straight away. Next pitch, swung on, hit down towards Gall at third. He's up with it, throws over to Seth Seabright at first base, and that will run the 5-3 out, and that will be nothing across, 3 up and 3 down. And we are in the situation where we are going to the bottom of the second with Redfield leading it by a score of 4-2. And we will be back in 1 minute.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
Well, lots of fireworks in the first inning for Webster, not so much in the second, as they trail it 4-2. Eric Salmon throwing only 10 pitches in the inning and getting 1-2-3 inning and 4 consecutive outs and 3 consecutive strikeouts. So after the home run, the young man settling in just a little bit. And at the end of 1.5, it is Redfield 4-2 over Webster. No hits there in the top of the second inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. And we are going to look at 10 hitters in the lineup tonight for Redfield, as Elijah Morissette will come up there. And he will be followed by Kevin Weller. Weller is not in the lineup defensively. Morissette is behind the plate, and Kevin Weller is considered to be the extra hitter. First pitch coming in to the young man from the right side, and that is a ball. Elijah looks at the next pitch and slaps it down like a swinging bunt. Catcher's out to get it, then throws it to first base for the out. 2-3. First out here in the bottom of the second inning, with Redfield leading it by a score of 4-2. Now, we talked about defensive positions and defensive notations. So we'll do that very quickly. 2 is the catcher, and he threw it to the first baseman. 3, those are position designations, not numbers on their backs. And we'll finish up the conversation about that in just a second. Weller thought about bunting for a base hit and looked at a called strike. To the plate, inside for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Kevin Weller on the season batting .212 has been pretty healthy hitter over the last 5 games at .364. Getting a rest defensively here and looks at the next pitch high for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Outfield pretty much straight away for Webster. Webster post 40. The left fielder for Webster back just a bit with the right-handed hitter. That would be Matt Mark. Next pitch out of way outside, as a matter of fact, and 3-1 will be the count here. The pitcher, Nelson, got the last 2 batters of the last inning for Redfield out on a strike, and boy, this one, he popped up the foul right up into his face. Came around to bunt, and the ball, I don't know exactly where in his face it hit him, but it for sure got the right side of his face. Don't know whether we've got a nosebleed going on or anything else like that, but right now Kevin Weller is to the right of the plate and kind of taking a deep breath there and hoping that nothing is too bad for the young man. Very nice young man, as are most of these players out here. And kind of walking slowly off the field and a little bit woozy. So the bunt attempt with 2 strikes on him will be the out, and taking a little quick look. No, the bunt attempt was going to be 3 and makes it 3-2. As looking up very closely at Mr. Weller on the sidelines, and he definitely has taken a shot there, and I'm sure that they will run him through some sort of concussion protocol. Now there's a little bit of red on the glove there, glove hand. You can just over by the dugout, and okay, they're attending to a cut above his right eye, and hopefully that is the extent of it. Mr. Weller coming out to take a look at him and see how things are, and they will walk him out of the dugout area and take him to probably check and see the situation. So the out is recorded. Check that. It will be a pinch hitter up there, and this will be Noah Johnson, and Noah inherits a 3-2 count. The pitch to Johnson down low, and Noah will take a walk. So that is the second walk given up by the pitcher. Check that, the first one, as he got 2 strikeouts in a row to end the first inning, and then a swinging bunt out. And Noah Johnson will be in for Weller, and we certainly hope that Kevin has nothing lasting about the cut above his right eye. But he really reached around to bunt. The runner goes to second base. That's Noah Johnson will steal a base. The pitch to Owen Osborne was a ball, and that is the 3rd stolen base that Redfield has chalked up, and we're only in the bottom of the 2nd inning. At the set, look back to second base, comes to the plate high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Sam Nelson having a little trouble finding the plate here, as he was 3-1 to Kevin Weller, who squared around to bunt, trying to drag a bunt down the third baseline. The ball hit off the bat and came right up and smacked him in the face above the right eye. This one swung on left field, and shallow. Back is the pitcher, or the shortstop, can't come up with it, and the runners will go to first and third. So the shortstop, Jack Shoemaker, goes back for it, tried to make a catch over his shoulder, It was right into no man's land as the left fielder was closing. That was Matt Mark. The shortstop, Shoemaker, going out. And the third baseman also went out. That was Matthew Mount. And in him going out and the ball dropping in, the runner went over to third base, and that is Noah Johnson. So a base hit because it was not touched for Owen Osborne. And so Osborne 1 for 2 in the ball game, and he is currently on first base. He has stolen 7 out of 7, so we'll watch him. He does take off. The pitch is in the dirt, so there's going to be no play at second base. And stolen base number 4 for Redfield, and that puts runners on second and third, and that is with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning, and Redfield leading it by a score of 4-2. Next pitch, high for a ball. Keaton Rolfe started things off as the second hitter in the first inning with a triple. Really blasted it to straightaway right field. Got over the head of the right fielder, that would be Gakowski, and all the way to the wall. This one fouled off and back to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. Talking about being fouled back to the backstop, that gives us an opportunity to mention that there is a lot of room between home plate and the backstop here at American Legion Field in Redfield. And we have a lot of area along both foul lines from not only home base but all the way out to the fence. 1 ball and 1 strike. First base is open. 1 out here in the bottom of the second, nothing across, and the next pitch is also a ball. So 3 balls and a strike to Keaton Rolfes. 3-1 to Rolfes. Fake to third base to drive the runner on third. That's Noah Johnson back. So we'll come back and try it again. Keaton Rolfes back in the batter's box and set to go. 3-1 count to him. First base is open. To the plate. High, and we'll get another walk. So that'll load him up. Couple of strikeouts to end the first inning for Sam Nelson, but since that time he's had a bit of a struggle here. Went 3-1, then 3-2, then 2-0, and then 3-1 and another walk. So there's no place to put him, and that'll bring up Peyton Osborne. Keaton Rolfes very, very patient at the plate. That's his 15th walk on the season. So Osborne on second. Noah Johnson is over at third base. From the right side is Peyton. Peyton went downtown, 345 at least. First pitch to him down low. That's got things back to a tie, as Redfield had given up 2 runs in the top of the first and came back with 4 runs, but getting it started in the bottom was the 2-run home run by Peyton Osborne. Pitch just misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Peyton also very patient at the plate. 14 bases on balls on the season, but his slugging average is really up there with that home run. Next one misses down low, and once again a 3-ball count turned in by Sam Nelson, the starting pitcher for post 40 Webster. Bases are loaded. The infield is back. First baseman is up on the grass, however. Next pitch outside, and it'll be an RBI. So Noah comes down from third. Comes in on Peyton's walk. That will move Owen over to third base. Keaton will go to second. Peyton is on first with an RBI walk, and that brings up Camden Osborne. 15th walk on the season. First pitch in there to Camden is a called strike. Camden got a base hit after the home run and started things off again. 15 walks for Peyton on the year, so between the 3-4 hitter as Camden gets planted right in the back, so a hit batter. And we will go with Owen coming in to score, second run of the inning here. That is, in fact, considered to be an RBI. I mean, heck, if you're going to take one in the back there, you really should get some credit for it, other than a bruise. Going over to third base is going to be Keaton Rolfs. To second base is Peyton, and the bases continue to be loaded. First pitch on the outside corner to Nolan Gall. Gall got an RBI base hit in his first appearance in the first inning. Second time around to take a look at Sam Nelson. To the plate. Swung on and lifted high, foul, in foul territory to the third base side. The third baseman gets over there. Matthew Mount grabs the ball and records just the second out here in the inning. So pop-up going to the third baseman for the second out, and Eric Salmon will be up there. Gall 1 for 2 now. Eric stepping in there with a base hit, RBI in the first inning. Got the last of the 4 runs in the first inning that Redfield accounted for. Pitch is a wild pitch, and it goes past the catcher. So ball, and we'll have runners on second and third. Keaton Rolfs will come down, and another run will come in as Webster was just not paying attention to what was going on. So 2 runs are in, actually 4, so Redfield at 8 right now. Eric with a 1-ball, no-strike count, and all the way over to third with the miscue will be Camden Osborne. One pitch ready to go to Eric Salmon from the right side. Down low for a ball, and we go to 2 balls and a strike. So Peyton gains an RBI, his third of the game, 15th on the season. And Camden also gets an RBI. Next pitch way outside, and the count goes to 3-1. So Sam Nelson, the young man, struggling a bit here, finding with his control. Camden with his 9th RBI on the season. To the plate, swung on and fouled off to the right side. We'll go 3-2 with Eric. Eric in the last 5 games has struggled just a bit, but he's been in and out of the lineup. Mentioned about football camp collegiately. 167 in the last 5, but he's 412 on the season. Whack hard left center field. That will drop for a base hit and an RBI for Mr. Eric Salmon. And that will bring Camden Osborne home. And the beat keeps going on here for Redfield as they have pushed across 5 in the inning and lead it by a score of 9-2. Couple of outs. Seth Seabright will be up there from the left side. Look at first base. Moderate leadoff over there by Eric. Curveball drops in there for a called strike. Seabright, in his last time up, recorded his 13th strikeout of the season. Salmon on first base. 2 for 2 on the game today, and in doing so, his batting average scoots all the way up to a .444. Next pitch to Seth is also a called strike. Seth has had his struggles after really an outstanding Muskrat season. He batted close to .400, but just can't seem to get it going here in the American Legion year, although the last 5 games he's batting .273. This one, high fastball, lifted foul off to the left side, and with the 4th pitch of the at-bat, the count will remain at 0-2. Elliot Kamrosh is in the on-deck circle. If we make it that far, that'll be the 10th batter to come up here in the second inning for Redfield. 5 across for post 92 from the left side. Seabright looks at the next pitch and wraps it sharply into center field. Hit hard enough that Salmon can only get over to second base. They do keep Eric in the ball game. He's running for himself. Lots of times when they do that for the pitcher, they will take and get a pinch runner in there. That's only the third hit of this inning, despite the 5 runs. Comrosh high to left field, racing in for it. The left fielder lost it for a second. Boy, he almost got it lost in the sky. Matt Mark finally does track it down, and that will be the second out and 2 at-bats for Elliott, and the last out of this particular inning. So Redfield getting up with 9 runs and only 2 for Webster, and you're listening to Post 92 Baseball.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly family-owned business. They carry hot stuff products like pizzas, sandwiches, appetizers, and cookies. So before you take a trip, or if you're out on the town, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline and use the Dino Pay app for additional savings. Grab your snacks and browse the large selection of cold beverages, and visit the automatic car wash for a spotless shine in your vehicle. One Stop is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities. Stop in to the One Stop in Redfield.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activities.
Well, a big inning, a second big inning in a row for Redfield. They scored 4 in the first and 5 in the second and lead at 9-2 as we go to the top of the third inning. Won't bother to count the number of pitches for Mr. Nelson as he struggled a lot getting behind in the count. Going to the top of the third inning, and we will see 9-1-2. Sheldon Smig will be up there. He is the second baseman. Then to the top of the order, Ian Lesnar and Brent Snaza. He is the center fielder. Only one hit given up by Eric Salmon, and that was a down-sound Sammy Brown, 345 feet off the bat of Matthew Mount, the fourth hitter in the lineup. And the first pitch swinging. Eric Salmon has 3 strikeouts to his credit to this point. Next pitch comes in and swing and a miss. Next one down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Redfield across with 9. Up and away for a ball. 9-2 our score. Pitch misses 3-1 and right at the knees. So we're going to go 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter for Webster here in the top of the third inning. And the pitch misses. And so a leadoff walk going down for Webster, post at 40. That is the second walk given up by Salmon. Eric giving up that 1 hit, 2 walks. Unfortunately, the hit that he gave up came right after a walk, and it was a home run. Salmon down low. Morissette can't find the ball. He finally finds it. It's underneath him. Ian Lesnar is the batter. Had football camp for Redfield High School this morning. And Morissette was one of the major contributors there, as he will be this fall for Redfield Pheasant High School. This one up and away for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. Camden Osborne in center field, shaded just slightly to the left side, swung over towards the line. In left field is Keaton Rolfs, so there's a fairly big hole in right center. But the right-handed hitter swings deep, left field side and foul. And it will go out of play over there, 2 balls and 1 strike. Brent Snosna is the on-deck hitter. He flew out to Camden Osborne in center field as the first and second out of the first inning, then the walk and then the home run. So Webster got off to a 2-0 lead. Outside corner for a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Solomon with 3 strikes already in the ball game. 3-2. We'll keep an eye on the runner at first base. Normally you don't send them on a 3-2 count or 2-2 count. This one lifted high, right center, right field side. Comrosh over to gobble it up as it stayed up in the air long enough for him to make the distance to right center and record the second out. Check that, the first out of the top of the third inning. And that will bring up Snosna. So runner on first base and 1 out in the top of the third, and Redfield on the lead here by a score of 9-2. At the set, Solomon comes to the plate, up and away for a ball. So he got that first pitch strike into Schmig, and then 2 first pitch balls to Lesnar and now Snosna. Big swing, can't find it, pulled his head, 1 ball and 1 strike. When we say pulls his head, the batter will lead with the head and kind of get his eye off the ball. It's a hard thing to overcome, so this young man will need to work on that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. To the plate, down low for a ball, 2-1. Nolan Gall at third base on the grass here. Likes to play up close most of the time. On the other hand, pitch outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. This is the second batter in the inning that Solomon has gone 3-1. He went 3-2 to Schmig and then walked him. I was going to say on the opposite side, next pitch, inside corner for a called strike, 3-2. Nolan Gall likes to play on the grass rather shallow, while Peyton Osborne at shortstop likes to play deep with his heels almost on the outfield grass. Next pitch, swung on and missed, and that will be strikeout number 4 for Eric Solomon, and it will be the second out here in the top of the third inning with Jared Schmill coming in. He's the first baseman. He got a walk in the first inning after 2 outs, and he was followed by that 345-foot blast off the bat of Matthew Mount. So from the right side, righty against righty, first pitch is outside for a ball, and this is the third batter in a row that Solomon has gotten behind with a first pitch ball. High overcast sky, started our temperature with 80 degrees, dropped off just a little bit, 64% the relative humidity. 1 ball, no strikes, and it's fouled back, 1-1. Camden Osborne in center field now takes about 5 or 6 steps back to straightaway center with a little bit of a late swing by Schimmel. The left fielder, Rolfs, comes in 4 or 5 steps. Straight away in right field is Eric Comrosh. Solomon looks at first base, a very, very small lead at first base. Swung on, he goes anyway, the throw down to second in time, and he gets him out. Boy, I don't know that was a delayed steal or not, but the swing will have Schemmel coming back up to start the top of the 4th inning. But the 2-4 put out at second base on the rather half-hearted steal will end the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning with Redfield leading it by a score of 9-2.
This is it. This summer you can load up on fun, but not the payments. You heard right. Your Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is prepared to say yes to your new or used auto or recreational vehicle loan and no to 60 days of payments. Lock in a low rate and load up on some summer fun with no payments for 60 days on that new car, boat, camper, dirt bike, truck and trailer, four-wheeler, and so much more. Don't wait. Apply online at DakotaLandFCU.com or stop by your friendly Dakota Land Federal Credit Union branch today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Well, we've gone through 2.5 with Redfield leading it by a score of 9-2. Nothing across for Webster in the top of the 3rd inning. And for the post-92ers, who sent 10 players to the bat in that 2nd inning, will start off with the same leadoff hitter in the 3rd as they had in the 2nd, and that'll be Elijah Morissette. Still working on our warm-up pitches here. Morissette, in his first time out, got a swinging bunt and was thrown out from the catcher to the first baseman. Then Kevin Weller came into the ball game as an extra hitter in today's game. And on a 3-1 pitch, he tried to bunt for a base hit, got the head of the bat out and had it at a bad angle. It came off the head of the bat and popped him right above the right eye. So they have taken him to be checked out medically, as the first pitch to Elijah Morissette is a called strike. Morissette, 333 on the year, 231 in the last 5 games. Boy, he had a workout over in that tournament in Webster. This one slapped down towards the shortstop. Shoemaker tries to come up with it and is unable to do so, and that will put Morrison on, and the error to the shortstop. In Shoemaker's defense, he had to go to his right and try to backhand that ball. Probably needed to know that Morissette is not the most speedy player on the 92ers, so he might have been able to take a little bit more time and round that ball. But like I said, there's not a lot of scouting in this league, and that will bring up Noah Johnson. Johnson inherited that 3-2 count and looked at a pitch and walked. So Noah in there as the extra hitter and looks at the first pitch way outside for a ball. Set to go here. Runner on first, nobody out here. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And a slow curve drops in there for a called strike. I've been informed that this will be a 5-inning game. Not exactly sure what they're going to do with the junior varsity 2nd game. Probably because the junior varsity itself did not have a quorum of players today, so they're going to have players. This one wrapped down towards the first baseman and through into right field. Morissette will go to second base. The right fielder, Gaikowski, will gobble up the ball and get it back in. So a base hit for Mr. Johnson, and interestingly enough, that's his first base hit in the American Legion season. Also very interesting is that Noah in the Muskrat season actually had a very productive season. Was 4 for 7, mostly coming off the bench. First pitch to the top of the order, Owen Osborne. Runners on first and second, and nobody out here. First pitch, a ball to Owen. At the set, Owen from the left side to the plate. Swung on, lifted high towards center field. Jack Shoemaker, the shortstop, back and gathers it in. So the first out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. and that will bring up Keaton Rolfs. So the infield fly rule was invoked, and what that means that no matter what the fielders do, the batter is out, and then the base runners can do what they will, and the only time they will is if the ball is dropped or something like that. The out is still recorded, but they would still move forward. A triple and a walk here for number 13 on his back. That is Keaton Rolfs. 15th walk of the season for Keaton. Looks at the first pitch as a ball. Keaton 1 for 1 in this ball game, has his season batting average up to 500. Coming in here struggling just a bit, 267 in his last 5 games. This one blasted left field side and really hit hard, and the left fielder broke in, and it goes over his head as Matt Mark will have to go all the way back to the fence to gather it in. So a shot, base hit, actually a double, and it's going to be an RBI backed up for Keaton Rolfs on the shot that went right past the left fielder and scored a run for Redfield as Elijah Morissette will come around from second base to score. Boy, that was really a rocket out there. And the RBI turned in by Keaton Rolfs. That will make it 10 for Redfield and 2 going for Webster. Runners at second and third now as Noah Johnson goes all the way around. Pitch hit sharply left center field. That will more than likely score 2 as it will roll all the way to the wall. And on his way to second base is Peyton Osborne. And that will bring around from second base Keaton. And also from third base will score Noah Johnson. So 2 more across here in the inning for Redfield. And they are up now by a score of 11-2. We have only 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning, and Camden Osborne will come up. First pitch to him is on the knees for a called strike. Two RBIs turned in by, well, one by Ross. This one slapped down the line and foul for a strike. 0-2. So Peyton picks up 2 RBI on his double, and that makes 17 on the year. Keaton Rolfs got a single RBI, and that racked him up to 16. Next pitch way outside, and Redfield choosing not to add insult to injury, and they do not move up on the wild pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Camden Osborne up at bat. He got hit square in the middle of the back, got an RBI out of it because the bases were loaded at the time in the second inning, in which Redfield scored 5. To the plate, this one hit to right center field. Another base hit, another RBI. And Camden is going to go for 3. So another RBI for Camden. That will be the second triple that he has recorded this year. And on the ball game here for Camden, he has 2 hits in 2 times at bat. His 2 for 2 is going to run his season average up to 333, and that will bring up Nolan Gall from the left side. In the first inning, an RBI single, and then popped out to the third baseman. That was in the second inning. So he is back up there for his third at bat and looks at the pitch inside for a ball. Resting at third is Camden Osborne. Coming in to score was Peyton Osborne. And that's 4 across here in the inning. So we have 13-2 in favor of Redfield. This is supposed to be a 5-inning game. And there is a mercy rule after 3, but of course not sure whether they will enforce that or not, because these teams are trying to get some at-bats and get some seasoning. Next pitch is high for a ball, and our count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. So Nelson, struggling from the outset with his control, is 3-0 to Nolan Gall with a runner at third. Called strike outside corner of the plate. Three and one. Big swing doesn't catch up with it. So with the sixth pitch of the at-bat, this will be the 3-2 count. Only one out in the inning to this point, and four across. This one wrapped left field, hustling over to get it, is the left fielder, catches up with it. That is Matt Mark, but his movement was hard to the line, and that put it to the point where he had to set his feet to be able to catch Camden Osborne coming down from third base. And frankly, you're not going to catch Camden if you give him a half a step, and that's pretty much what they did. The throw to home was not nearly in time, but the catch by Mark out in left field was carrying his momentum away from the play. And so he was really very, very challenged to be able to get stopped and get a good, strong throw to the plate, and another run comes in for Redfield. Foul ball off to the right side and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike for Eric. Eric, with a couple of hits here in the ballgame, is up to 444. He had been struggling over the last 5 games at only 167, so it's probably feeling good for him to get a couple of hits. This one fouled off. Boy, he hit that right off the end of the bat. Talk about a spinner. Sometimes when they hit that ball into fair territory and it's spinning like that, an infielder will go down to get it. The ball will spin right out of their glove. So Eric back up there, 1 ball and 2 strikes from the right side to the right-handed pitching Sam Nelson, who rocks and comes to the plate. Down low for a ball, and that count will even up at 2-2. Four walks and a hit batter here for Sam Nelson. And this one all the way back to the backstop. Three and two. Salmon, 3-2, nobody on. Swacks it hard. Boy, almost picked off Tommy Gregg at third base, the coach over there. Kind of pirouetted out of the way. So with the 7th pitch of the at-bat, Eric Salmon will still be looking at a 3-2 count. Snavza, the center fielder for Webster, shaded slightly to the left side for the right-handed hitter. Started to offer at an inside fastball, and that will be a walk. That will be walk number 5, given up by Nelson, as we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Redfield leading it by a score of 13. Well, they say 14. Of course, 5 runs in this inning. 5 plus 9, I got it. This one hit sharply out towards center field, but pretty much in the tracks of the center fielder Snavza, and that will be a fly out to center field. And that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But 5 runs come across. They had 4 hits in the inning and 12 overall for Redfield. And that will put it together at Redfield with a substantial lead here after 3 full innings of play, as they lead it by a score of 14-2. You're listening to Post 92 Baseball.
Redfield Energy is a 65 million gallon ethanol plant that produces over 200,000 tons of distillers and grids for over 22 million bushels of corn, providing a quality feed market for all local feeders. At Redfield Energy, they take pride in providing an economic impact on the agricultural industry, community, state, and its utility holders. Located 2 miles north of Redfield, make Redfield Energy your preferred market for locally grown corn. Redfield Energy is a proud supporter of Redfield Pheasant sports and activities.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Well, another big inning for Redfield. They've scored in each of the 3 innings. They went 5 runs in the first, check that, 4 runs in the first, 5 runs in the second, and now 5 again in the third, and are enjoying a 14-2 lead as we will get our scoreboard updated here and get things all squared away. Going to the top of the inning here for Webster as they will send up 3, 4, and 5. First big swing by the third hitter in the lineup. This is Schimmel. Jared, first baseman. He was up to bat when Schmig was thrown out at second base. Not exactly sure what that pitch was. I don't know if that was the Rufus pitch. Old baseball story dating back to the Negro Leagues when Satchel Paige used to throw that thing every now and then. Only he had a little bit more control over it. The next pitch is a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we're in the top of the 4th inning. Eric Solomon with 46 pitches through the 3 innings. And boy, I tell you what, both the umpire and the catcher got stung on that one. On the foul ball. So we'll go to the 5th pitch of the at-bat with the count still 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the foul ball came off the top of the mask of Elijah and it got the umpire too. This one swung on. Elijah's going to have to hustle because there's a long, long way back. So it is a strikeout on a wild pitch and gets the runner to first base. Kind of an unusual set of circumstances there as Schimmel reached down for a pitch that was in the dirt, swung at it, but of course it being a wild pitch got away from Elijah Morissette, and we've said many times, and if you've been to this ballpark you know that there's a lot of room between home and the backstop. Popped up right side and out of play for Matthew Mount. He is 1 for 1. And the one was a 345-foot blast to left center field in the first inning with a runner on. And that got Webster off to a 2-0 lead. But Redfield came right back and did some business there, scoring big time in each of the innings. This one fouled off to the right side. And Mount finds himself behind 0-2. By the way, the home run in the first inning was a first pitch swing. So the first ball that he saw from the pitcher Eric Solomon, he sent flying. No balls and 2 strikes. Look at first base, and Solomon comes to the plate. This one a high hopper out to Nolan Gall at third. He backs up, throws to second base, and gets one. And the relay to first base not in time. So Mount is on base with a fielder's choice. And the strikeout, wild pitch, get to first base anyway. He is out 5-4. As the first out of the inning here in the top of the 4th inning. Speaking of 4 on the back of Jack Shoemaker, well, let's see. Oh, that's right. He is number 4 playing 6. I'm losing my numbers all over the place. First pitch to him is high for a ball. So in the 4th inning, number 4, Jack Shoemaker, the shortstop, is up there. He struck out in the first inning looking. 1 out here and a runner on first. Kind of a late swing and a count of 1-1. Gall is at third, and once again we mentioned that he likes to play up on the grass. Peyton Osborne at short is the exact opposite. He likes to play deep. Next pitch, inside corner for a called strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Owen Osborne at second base, about medium deep, and edging towards the second base bag, looking for a double play. And Seth Seabright at first base is holding against the runner. Outfield pretty much straight away with the exception of Camden Osborne in center. He likes to play a few steps towards the left field side. Next pitch, down and away Morissette does a good job of getting down and keeping the ball in front of him. Kind of had to laugh. One of the games over in Webster, in that Webster tournament, Morissette had all kinds of balls in the dirt. He said, that's all right. It was good short hop practice. This one swung on, lifted into foul territory in the right field side. Looks like it's going to get, well, just short of the fence. But as I mentioned many times before, we have a huge amount of room down the first base and third base line. Comrosh, who was swung a little bit away from the foul line, would have had to, Tim Allen said that he had to be turbo drive. Okay, here we go. This one wrapped into left center field and drops down. The throw to second base, not into, oh, he got him. So the ball was a soft line drive into short left field, and tracking it down was Peyton Osborne way over in the hole. Apparently the runner at first, Mount, kind of held on because he was afraid maybe Osborne might be able to get there to catch it, and because he had to kind of go a quarter of the way rather than halfway or anything else like that, he was thrown out 6-4 on a fine play by Peyton Osborne. We're going to give him a star on that one. Next pitch down and away to the pitcher Sam Nelson for a ball. Sam struck out swinging in the second inning as the leadoff hitter in the second. As in the second and the third, Webster has been held off the board after getting 2 in the first. Another shot outside, 2-0 is the count. So 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, that was a fascinating play. The ball looked like it was headed to left field, but it was just kind of a soft line drive. Down low for a ball, 3-0. Somehow the ball hung up in the air long enough for Peyton to get over there. The runner at first base had to hold on and make sure that Peyton didn't get there to catch it. Well, on the hop, Peyton grabbed it, spun around, and threw a strike to second base. Speaking of strikes, that's the call to Nelson, now 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to the pitcher Samuel Nelson. Runner on first and a couple of outs here. Inside corner for called strike. 3-2 will be the count. So we'll see the runner, Shoemaker, at second base. We'll get it right in a second. He plays shortstop. He's going to run to second base as soon as the pitch comes to the plate. And inside corner for a called strike. Interesting enough, Shoemaker never moved off of the bag. So didn't know whether he knew it was 2 outs already or not. But normally on a 3-2 count, your runner's going to take off from first base and go to second. Well, at any rate, nothing across here for Webster in the top of the 4th inning. And you're listening to Post 92 Baseball.
At Bruggeman Crop Services, they offer a full line of crop insurance products backed by years of experience to ensure you're getting the best risk management package for your specific operation. They are also your full-service channel seed provider, along with a full line of seed treatments. As farmers themselves, they will tailor a plan that will set you at ease for everything nature may throw at you. Crop insurance is their only insurance. For a no-obligation insurance or seed quote, call 853-3200 or check them out online at BruggemanCropInsurance.com.
World-class service with hometown friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Haler Automotive. We sell new vehicles from both Chevrolet and Buick, along with a good selection of late-model pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for something a little more vintage, come take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We have a full service department, parts department, and a body shop. We're conveniently located East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
Well, the mercy rule has been invoked here with Webster in the top of the 4th inning getting nothing across and trying to close it down to a 10-run situation. And that will be the final of this varsity game. They're going to play a JV game. But the reason that they only went 5 in the varsity game was because they don't have enough JV players and they have to fill them in with varsity players, and they didn't want to have them playing too many innings in one single day, frankly, especially after the football boot camp that was happening here in town today for the Redfield Pheasant varsity football team. So that's going to do it here from the American Legion Field. Looking at the scheduling here, if we can pick that up, it looks like we're going to go to Minnesota for the Minnesota Classic, the Marshall Classic. And the way that's going to work is on the 23rd. So today being Wednesday, so that'll be on Friday, the 23rd. Redfield from Marshall will be on the air at 4:45. And then the following day, and that interesting game on Friday will be from what they call Irish Field. If you've ever seen the movie Field of Dreams, this Irish Field is exactly the same thing. Not the one the movie was made about. That was in Iowa. But in Marshall, Minnesota, two brothers were heavily involved in baseball in the area and had a little bit of a dispute. Fortunately, one of the brothers was wealthy enough from his business that he took his ball and went out to the cornfields literally around his home and built a really marvelous baseball field. So if you have an opportunity to be with us on Friday, make sure you join us because that game will be from Irish Field. Anyway, the airtime will be at 4:45. And then the next day from the American Legion Field in the downtown Marshall, Minnesota area. And that game will be at 8:45 in the morning. Now, depending on how those two games come out, Redfield would be playing either at 8:45 in the morning on Sunday or at 11:15, one or the other. So we'll keep you posted on that. But the very next baseball game for the Redfield Post 92 will be at on Friday at 4:45 in the afternoon, and then they'll come right back and play at 8:45 the following morning. Well, that about does it for us here. My thanks to our producer-engineer back in the studio. That would be Ray Dunn. And this is Alan Scott from American Legion Field here in Redfield, South Dakota, with the final score. Redfield Post 92 got 14 and Webster 2. Thank you very much for listening, and we will be back with you on Friday at 4:45.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.